Welcome, dear audience, to episode 6 of The Cringe of Power. The show's so poorly written, everyone's motives can change immediately, and everyone's story is on a speed run, so no one cares what happens to them. But it doesn't matter. None of it does, not the books or Tolkien's legacy. Not even the significant loss in viewership. Because in the end, Jeff Bezos did get his very own Game of Thrones. So much so, in fact, they're literally just ripping off storylines now. I guess that means the shadow that bred the writers can only mock. It cannot make not real things of its own. So let's get into audience. Let's get cringing on down to Middle Earth because once again, absolutely nothing makes sense and the whole thing is stupid. So beginning, here we are with knockoff fake Legolas, who, if you remember what happened a few episodes ago, although you won't because no one watches this crap, left the super cool friendship group of love and tolerance to go soloing it across Middle Earth. But as he adventures into an unknown location that no doubt has a teleport pad somewhere close by, just so he will be in Aragon in the next episode, he encounters some totally evil Republican orcs. And they have deserted Adar's army. Because remember guys, in the Rings of Power, they have emotions and feelings and don't want to die. Oh, and little Skippy the orc baby too. But as the Deus Ex Machina killing machine with the personality of a plank of wood gets snooping in on what they're up to, his elf eyes did not see Orky McOrkface coming in from his behind. So the super cool elf man who can do anything the plot demands him to, straight up kills a lot of them very easily. But what happens next is about to bust your nuts. That random orc that he just killed just so happened to have the map that details exactly what Adar's plan is. Yes, that's right audience. Adar's plan to January 6th for Aragon. But this time with weapons and there'll be no security guards to open the doors for them. My god, thanks knockoff Legolas. If I wasn't in this precise location at this precise time where a couple of the orcs were and then I killed them to death very easily and then found their entire plans because they just so happened to be carrying it, how else can I Deus Ex Machina Go-Go Gadget Galadriel in the next episode because it's about as predictable as horse shit. Alright, let's head over to Aragon where Granny Celebrimbor is having a complete and utter meltdown because he's really struggling to make those 9 rings for mortal men doomed to die, and now they're totally out of mithril too, so it's all going to shite. Oh, you gotta chill, bro. You've been like really big mad lately, stressing out all over these rangs, and if you don't take a breather, you're gonna shit an egg. What? Me? Big mad? You shut your dirty whore mouth, bitch. Tell me, what is your name? You don't remember my name? I'm your apprentice. But just as Granny Celebrimbor is about to shit a log, Anatard gets rolling up telling everyone to chill their vaginas. So the elves of global diversity head out, leaving just them two to get chatting all about how the pressures of making Anatard's ring pieces is really getting to Celebrimbor. You know, the whole 9 rings that he only agreed to make at the very end of the last episode, so this sudden time jump means that the writers have to tell us he's stressed instead of just showing it over a period of time. But it was in this scene where Kellogg's tells Anatard that the dwarves are late on their mithril delivery, so any hopes of those ranks being forged is about as dead as this show's ratings. But not to fear though, as Anatard just offered to be the stand-in Lord of Aragon, while Celebrimbor puts on his big boy pants, stops shitting on the carpet, and makes those ranks with no distractions. You know, without any mithril. So he heads outside to address the globally diverse elves that from now on, everyone should come to him instead of going to Celebrimbor while the ranks are being made. But suddenly he's alerted to a whoops-a-daisy that has happened somewhere else and he must come see it. Anatard, a bunch of elves have been murdered out in the woods and here's one of them that we found. I believe this was the work of the Republican orcs. They're coming to do their January 6th, Anatard, and this time there's not a single mail-in ballot that can stop them. My god, they've even signed a petition on this belly. It says, where is he? Well, I certainly can't answer that. Guardman, go bury him at once and don't let anybody see that message. Yes. I will move him away from all these people around us who literally saw the message. So Anatard goes heading up on the walls where he sees Adar's army on the horizon and they're definitely coming for that protest. Oh no, it's gonna be the sack of Aragon, isn't it? And Celebrimbor is gonna die and become Sauron's bloodied banner on the battlefield. I guess it's just lucky Sauron hasn't actually got an army, because when the writers went back to the books like they promised they would after season 1, they would have realised it was Sauron's army, not Adar's, because he doesn't exist, that attacked Aragon. But Fear not, audience. Celeborn will combine forces with Elrond, and they'll battle him, slowing the pace of the surging Sauron army. Oh wait, never mind. Celeborn is apparently dead, and Elrond is a massive pussy in this show. Alright, now that's out of the way, let's go check in with Adar, who's having a sit-down meal with Gogo Gadget Galadriel, because he's got a proposition to make. Hey Gogo, remember in the last season, just before the pyroclastic flow hit that killed nobody, you said you were hunting Sauron? Yes. I was. As a matter of fact, it was my entire dialogue tree all season. I'm kind of a one-dimensional character. Exactly. But you found him, didn't you? Yes, he tongued your tempest, and then you fell for his lies. So tell me, what did Sauron offer you to make you fall in love with him? He offered me my very own army. An army, you say? Well, that wasn't the answer I was expecting, because I thought you were the commander of the Northern armies. You know, that army everyone keeps saying you command, but nobody has ever seen it. Nah bro, I swear I'm the commander of the Northern armies. It's like bloody huge. Lots of diversity and all of that. But now you've got to tell me what Sauron promised you. Yes, what Sauron promised me. He promised me orc children, Galadriel. Like little orc fellas going to school and learning their orc times tables. And doing little orc experiments with Bunsen burners and all of that. But the one thing he promised me most of all, that when they went to the cafeteria, meat would be back on the menu. Now you have a choice. Team up with me and the super cool Republican orcs, or you can stay here pouting like the annoying 5'2" midget you are. Scene transmission to the Numero Normies, where Isildur's dad is currently under trial for that Otto SpaghettiOs in the last episode where that guy nobody can name died. And Republican Rasputin is charging him with high treason, which means he's going to be put to death and there'll be no more fake crying. But there is a way he can get out of it. Oi oi you bloody wanker! You've been simping for that literal Yas Queen I deposed a couple episodes ago, aren't ya? Oh, you're going around calling her your rightful queen and all that. It's not cool, bro. But I tell you what, if you just own up to your crimes and call me the super cool daddy of all kings, I will let you live. Wait. Are you saying I'm charged with high treason for denying the king's legitimacy, all while under the threat of execution at this specific camera angle? Yes, precisely that. My god. Why didn't you tell me we were doing a Game of Thrones? A what? A Game of Thrones, you dingus? This is literally the Ned Stark storyline. Oh lordy, you're right. We are totally doing a Game of Thrones. Yeah, and I saw what happened. Ned Stark bent that knee and got his nugget chopped off. Fuck your inbred ass! My allegiance is with Daenerys. She's my queen. Well, that screwed everything up and now he's going to be executed. And good riddance, I want them all dead. So let's check in with Hobo Gandalf in Bom Bombadil, where pretty much nothing happens and now Hobo Gandalf is off to get a stick or a staff. No one cares, it was literally like a 3-minute scene. Nice! What about the fake hobbits though? Well, fake Frodo is telling the diversity and inclusion officer that her fake hobbit clan never actually had a home and used to travel all over the place. While at the same time, the fake Samwise Gamgee is getting a little bit of that Tina Turner enzyme exchange, which literally came out of nowhere. For you, glad we skipped that complete and utter shite. So let's head over to Khazad-dûm where those small little fellas are hard at work digging out Big Daddy Durin's back end. But one midget isn't happy about that, and he has just been summoned by the king. Papa, what seems to be the issue? Oi, you have a visitor. Me? A visitor? Who could that be? Who do you think, dingus? It's Anatard. He just dang well appeared in me teleport pad. Oi, governor, you never guess what? Aragion is about to get protested by a bunch of Republican orcs. And we need some of that sweet mithril to finish off our rangs. Can I have some, please? Oh, you've got to ask my dad. Yeah, that's a no from me, boss. Oh, okay. Can I offer you a trade then? Maybe you want some, like, wood or something for your mines? No. Alright then, I'll just leave. But just as Anatard is about to get turning away, he sees the Balrog in a fire because the films happened. But don't worry though, audience. It's impossible to release that Balrog because it happens in the Third Age. And this is set in the Second. So as Anatard gets teleporting home, Big Daddy Durin tells Mini Durin that Anatard will be back again, but this time he will be paying big sausage dollar for that sweet mithril, because he has just worked out the beauty of supply and demand. But Papa, That's really, really bad. The elves are going to war and you don't even care. Oh, it's that ring, isn't it? It's causing you to be all greedy and act like a hungry, hungry hippo. It's making you do naughty, naughty things, and I need to constantly point that out. Take it off, father. Take off the ring, it is controlling you. What? This ring? No, it's mine. It belongs to me. No, father, you belong to it. Ooh, big burn by the mini Durin. Yeah, no one cares. So he heads back to Disa where they're discussing how they're gonna stop his daddy and the miners from digging too deep. Because you know, there's a Balrog down there. I say we take a shit on his desk. No, Disa, we're not gonna dirty protest my father again. Not this time. Fine then, how's about we put on a high-vis jacket and then go sit in front of traffic? Are you mental? We can't do that. It'll inconvenience the entire country and do some real damage to our own cause. Besides, we will get arrested. Wait, hang on, that might work. If we force your father to arrest you, then everyone will see that he's gone completely and utterly mad. But Disa, I want to stop him, not humiliate him, says Durin after discussing plans on how to stop his father. So this sudden change in character makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But little Durin ain't really happy about anything right now, so goes running off fake crying to a tree. Followed closely by Disa. Hey Dur, are you alright, my special little guy? Oh Disa, I just can't do it anymore. My father is going mental fingering his ring piece, and you've been drinking all these Diet Cokes, yet here you are as rotund as ever. It's glandular, Durin. I've got big bones. It's not just that, we've got no food stamps left, and I just want my daddy back. So this scene transmission over to the Numero Normies because Isildur's dad is about to get killed to death, so it's a classic Game of Thrones dungeon scene. And it is dramatic speech time. But because everyone hates the Numero Normies, we're gonna speedrun it as to not waste any more time than we have to. Isildur's dad is asked if he will go back on those naughty words he said earlier and pronounce Republican Rasputin as the king to escape the death penalty. But he ain't no bitch and tells that boring twat of a daughter of his to get the fuck out of here. But then comes shuffling in the literal Yas Queen, telling him that if he legitimizes Joffrey and renounces his high treason, he can take the black and go live with Jon Snow up north. But as a man of honor, his dialogue tree goes full season 8 Game of Thrones, repeating the lines that she's my queen. So that means he's going to die by execution. Flip flop, and here we are with the dwarves who are off to get mining even deeper than before. But wait a minute, there's a boulder in the way, so the passage to the mine is blocked. Oh wait, sorry, that's Disa. And she's going full on dirty protest, doing her singing that just got a load of bats to fly down, so then they run away. Oh, big scary, what an amazing scene, genius level plan. So glad we got to watch 1 minute of it before going back to the Numero Normies, because if we concentrated on one storyline for more than 3 minutes, we would all get bored and go watch some twat dancing on TikTok instead. Anyway, Isildur's dad is about to get thrown into the sea, where a big sea worm will judge him, and if he's wrong and not pure of heart, then it will kill him. But then comes the literal Yas Queen taking his place, because the crimes he committed were in her name or some kind of shit. So she jumps in, then survives the encounter with the sea worm, so now she's literally the Yas Queen again or something, and everyone's cheering while Republican Rasputin cries in the corner. Alright, it's Go-Go Gadget Galadriel time, and she's still under arrest. But that proposal of teaming up with the bad guy has moistened her loins and she's ready to get stunning. So agrees to join forces with Adar, and then learns that the entire plan is to level Aragion, killing Sauron in the process. But then suddenly Galadriel works out the entire plotline because she is a genius and there is nothing that can get in the way of her agency. Wait a minute, dog. Maybe Sauron has actually pulled a classic Walter White and manipulated you into coming to Aragion. Nah, that's crazy. Sauron ain't that smart. Think about it, bro. He teleported to Mordor, told you where Sauron was, then immediately teleported all the way to Aragion, just so you could raise your army, and then teleport here as well to attack him. Nonsense! We're going to absolutely destroy Aragion, and Sauron with it. He will not survive this time, although he did survive the last time we tried killing him. No, I've just figured out even more of the plot, like literally right now somehow, because I'm a literal genius. Sauron is doing it because he's gonna take over your entire army. What? My army? You're a lying bitch. You're back under arrest, Go-Go. Alright then, Siege of Aragion begin, where over in the city is an utter shitfest. And they're really dinging the bells right now, alerting everyone that they are at war. But over in the meth forge, Granny Celebrimbor can hear all of that hoo-ha. So he decides it is time to go outside and check on what the fuck is happening. But then is immediately stopped by Anatard. Hiya, it's only me, how are things? Wait, what? How did you get back here so fast? Oh, what? From Khazad-dûm? Yeah, I totally just teleported. Yes, fair enough, but what is going on outside? Is there some kind of siege about to happen? No, don't worry about that. Come on, let's go make those rangs. You're lying, you wig-wearing fuck. I'm going outside to check on what's happening. But as Celebrimbor is about to head outside, Sauron uses his Mordor meth magic to imprint a false reality around Celebrimbobs. See, bro, it's totally cool out here. We have, like, all the global diversity, all living in harmony, because it is our strength after all. Now come, my friend, let's go make those orangs. Hey, look, I've even got some mithril somehow off camera after being told I wasn't going to get any mithril. So, you know, we just skipped an entire scene right there. Ah, okay, fair enough. Let's go back inside. But as Celebrimbor heads in, the false reality falls and everyone is losing their shit. Alright, episode complete. Boy, am I looking forward to the next episode where Celeborn appears out of nowhere after fate dying so Galadriel could be shipped with Hellbrand. And then knockoff Legolas appears out of literally nowhere after travelling across the whole of Middle-earth just to rescue Go-Go-Gadget Galadriel in a Deus Ex Machina. And then they can girl boss slay queen together. Big shout out to all my Patreon boys and guys. Your support is the reason I don't have to eat my neighbor's cat in the Soviet kingdom. Love you all very much.
Subscribe button.
Is always right.